guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rosie and this is my Rosie Life. In this video, I'll be talking about preparing for a successful semester as a student mom while also working part-time. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I upload new videos every week about full-time college as a mom, planning, and the day-to-day grind of going to college and managing it all while also working part-time. So let's jump into this. I've made a couple of videos like this before and I will link those up in the iCard so you can see them as well if you haven't already. But for this one, I'm going to start with what I always talk about. The first thing that I like to do before starting a semester is start with a clean space. So I always make sure that my desk area is exactly the way I want it, that my area is exactly the way I need it, clean, organized, and that there is a spot for everything. My desk, for me, it functions as a study area. It also is where I sit down and manage my home, paying bills, anything to do with that. And then it's also where I create and do a lot of my YouTube stuff. So it's very easy for my desk and my area to get dirty really quick or get messy really fast. So before the semester starts, just so I can have clear space, clear mind, I make sure that everything is clean and everything in its place, and it makes a world of difference for me. So the second thing that I'm going to do this semester is give myself a break and cut myself some slack. So if you guys haven't seen it, I made a video about 2 weeks ago about reaching burnout, and I will also link that up in the iCards if you haven't seen it and would like to check it out. And so with that, my goal is for this semester to not ever reach that level of burnout or not reach that state of mind that I was in. I tend to, it's just my nature to put a lot of pressure on myself and a lot of additional stress that really nobody puts it on myself but me. I'm really going to cut myself some slack and realize that as much as I want to do it all and be a super mom and a super student, when I start feeling that stress or that pressure, I'm going to take some time to myself just to sort of regroup. And I have actually built that into my schedule, and I'll talk about that here in a minute, about some of the things that I've set up within my schedule to counteract that. So with that said, I am, number 3, going to prioritize myself and make time for the things that I love. Because while I know when I'm in school, how many hours I'm in school, how many hours I'm working, I know exactly what my family needs, when they need it, how much they need of me, I still need to make time for myself to just like regroup and re-energize myself with some of the things that I love to do. For me, it's things like planning, that really relaxes me. Playing with my planner, having a creative outlet like my YouTube channel or just like other things that I love to do and enjoy. I have actually put those in my weekly schedule. Time for myself, time to either do nothing or do the things that I love. I gave myself almost a full day because my schedule did not allow for like one full day of just to myself. So I picked a day where I knew I wasn't going to have a lot going on, and I'm using that day to do, like I said, either do nothing or just focus and do the things that I love. So that's the third thing that I'm really going to focus on this semester, on making sure that I make time for the things that I love, which also leads into number 4. So I pretty much do this every semester. I'm a planner by nature, and so it's easy for me to plan my week and my month. But this semester I've really taken the time to like really hone in on that and really make sure that my schedule from week to week is not just all about the hustle and grind of it all. I have set my schedule pretty much down to the hour. Like I know exactly what my hours are going to be for school. I know exactly what my hours are going to be for work. I know the hours that my girls need me the most, which is before school and after school. And in my schedule, I have set my schedule a deadline. Because I've been in school already for 2 years, I know exactly how much time I need to do homework and how long it takes me to learn something. And one of the things that I learned is that reading is what takes me the longest. I guess I'm a little bit more of a slow reader to comprehend things. Sometimes I have to read it 2 or 3 times, but once I get it, I get it. And so I'm focusing the majority of my reading on the weekend so that during the week I'm just focused more on the homework. Based on what my previous 2 years have been, I've made myself a schedule of when I want to do most of my reading, and I gave myself a deadline to have all of my homework done for that week by Wednesday. So that way, like on Thursdays, I am going to have to work from 8 to 12, but then I have like that day basically to myself. I mean, I still have to do the stuff with my kids and stuff, but it still allows like big chunks for me to just do whatever I love and just sort of regroup from the week or the hustle and bustle of the week. Because like I said, I'm going into my 3rd year and things get really stressful really quick if I don't take full control of it, or if I don't get a handle on this. Because of what I went through last semester, I'm really this semester paying attention to my well-being, because if I'm okay, like, you know, I can be okay for the family, or I have the energy to give to my family. And then Fridays, like, I really want to just do very little schoolwork. I do have to do a little bit, but Friday evenings I have scheduled for my family, so family night, family games, things like that, that really energize me. For me, being with my kids and playing with my kids, it does me a lot of good. So that's the 4th thing I'm doing, is just making sure that I sat down and I know exactly how I need my schedule to go. And if this is your first year, it's a lot of trial and error. As you go from semester to semester, you kind of get a feel for what worked and what didn't, and then you just adjust. And that's basically what I've been doing for the past 2 years, and that's kind of why I know that this semester the things that I have laid out are actually going to work, because this is my 3rd year and I know the flow of how everything is going. The 5th thing that I'm doing is making sure that I get enough sleep, because in the past, always the first thing that goes is my sleep. So when I start getting really stressed out, and some of it does have to do with deadlines and a lot on my plate, but a lot of it also has to do with just the pressure that I put on myself. But now that I know to recognize like when I'm starting to feel that way, and I'm more aware of my sleep, I am making sleep a priority of minimum like 7 hours of sleep at least. For me, I know everybody's different, but for me, I need at least 8 hours in order for me to feel like good and ready to go. But I can do 7, and so that's kind of the number that I gave myself as a minimum, is 7 hours. Because a lot of the times I'm Monday through Friday doing like 5 to 6 hours, and it just kind of sets me up for a bad morning, really. So then the last thing that I am doing is making time for exercise, and in that also making sure that I'm eating good, because a lot of the times what happens is that I skip 2 meals and I'm just eating dinner. But going back to the exercise, one of the things that I did last semester to get me through what was the hardest semester for me is I started running and getting back into running on the treadmill, and that helped me tremendously. Like, it helped me release or have something to release all of this stress and negative energy, and just it made a world of difference. And so because of what I went through last semester, I know that this is something that I need to make a priority, is to have something for me to do when I'm feeling all that stress and anxiety about the semester start to build up. It needs to go somewhere. And so for me, it was very beneficial to either run on the treadmill, or I got my husband to like put up a punching bag for me, and so that was very helpful, just to give me something to like release all this stress. So that helped me out a lot, and so I have now incorporated that into my schedule that I set up for myself for the week, my new schedule and what it's going to be like. Really focusing on these things this semester. So there's a lot of other things that I do, and I've talked about them in the previous videos that I've made, and I'll also link those up on the iCard, so if you want to watch them, you can. But for this semester, coming off of the semester that I just got through, where I was just completely burned out, I feel like I learned a lot about myself and what I'm able to push through, but also the things that really helped me and things that I really need to focus on for this semester in order for it to be a success. And so these were just some of the things that I wanted to share about what I'm doing. And again, because this is my 3rd year doing this, I know that this is what I need to have a successful semester, to do well physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and if you guys liked what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos about going to college as a student mom, planning the day-to-day, grind of balancing schoolwork and being mom and wife. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more of that, and also hit the notification bell so you can get notifications of when I upload new videos. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.